before we see what intuition is, it's very important to remember what your intuition is not. And it's not an emotion. Fear and other negative emotion, feelings are not intuition in the sense that it's somehow presented. There may be gut feeling, you may feel something, but this is just a data point. The way you feel for intuition is a data point. It may be a very strong one, but remember, it's a data point. When you are searching for the truth, for the best decision, when you want to be intuitive and correct about what you do, data points are everything and emotions are data points. If you have strong emotions, they may seem like the feelings of intuition, but they are not. And especially dangerous is mixing your intuition, your sense of danger of potential failure with fears. Fears will make you avoid something. Intuition may lead you to avoid something, but they are not the same thing. Remember, fear and other negative emotions are not intuition. Though they are both subconscious, they may tell you the same thing, like I don't like this person, avoid this situation. They come from a very different place. They are differently formed in the brain and they vastly differ in their ability to nuancely assess a situation. Fear comes from the amygdala in the brain and it's an extremely primitive primal instinct, completely lacks nuance, any form of self-correction. In the modern world, most common fears, such as rejection, are so overblown that the failure of this outdated mechanism of fear is probably the single greatest root cause of mental health problems. Intuition, on the other hand, is complex. It involves many areas of the brain, has all the possible nuance, has real data, and it constantly improves and self-corrects. So how do you differentiate between the two? I really love this saying. When your fear screams, your intuition whispers. Fear is like an unwanted giant wave that splashes onto everything, giving you zero credible information, just gives you one bit of information. I'm afraid. We don't like this. Intuition is like the gentle ripple pattern of the sea. It subtly but consistently tells you all you need to know about the water, the wind. Those little ripples, they tell you everything. But you need to listen. You need to listen to intuition. And as the quote at the start said, you need to shut up and listen to intuition. If you don't shut up, if you let your mind be full of thoughts and emotions, you will not be able to hear the whisper of intuition. On the positive side, hype and euphoria are also not intuition. They feel great, they're not sustainable. Intuition is a part of you, it never goes away, it's in you. So whenever you are negatively or positively emotionally charged, intuition just goes more quiet because emotional scale is dialed up. You're either hyped up or afraid. The intuition, this is for it a noisy environment, it may become quiet. But you can always try to listen, and whenever it's quiet, intuition will tell you what the right decision is. And one of the periods where intuition works the strongest is when you sleep. If you have heard before making a decision, sleep over it. This is great advice, because when you sleep over it, your emotions are toned down and there's space for intuition to form. Space and time. This is what intuition really needs. Space and time. And in a summary, the intuition is not directly related to your emotions. Intuition is an intellectual process. It's actually the intellectual process of animals. It's intuition. They cannot reason logically, so they have intuition instead. And it's extremely powerful. Intuition is an intellectual process for which your emotions, including your very important gut feeling, do provide very valuable data points. But intuition is not an emotion. It's a decision-making tool, and it's the most powerful one that you have got. It needs data points, it needs space and time to develop, and then the astonishing pattern recognition capabilities of your brain will take care of the rest. Now, how to develop your intuition? This depends a bit on the exact type of intuition, and we talk about the types of intuition in a bit, but still there are some basics valid for all of them. In the boxes and flows framework of I Grow Younger, we classify intuition as a flow, as it's not easily definable. And what is the best way to develop flows in general? Well, get rid of boxes. Get rid of barriers that stand in the way of flows. The boxes that directly interfere with intuition specifically are the following. First, I need to be right. I need to be right here, now, in this moment. I need to be right. It's a very bad box to be in. Second, I need to know if and when I'm right, and I need to know it for other people too. This is a wider one, because it's not about this moment, it's about all moments, all places. I need to know which thing is right, which thing is wrong in the world. And the third one, the most dangerous one that results from those, is I need to be able to prove to myself that I'm right, and the same for others. This may sound okay, we must strive for the truth, right? But when you push hard on things in such a box way, they backfire. The direct result of number 3 is the following effect. Number 4, which is the disaster one, which is not knowing if I'm right, so much out of my comfort zone that I'd rather potentially lie to myself than live in such uncertainty. And this is how the intellectual lives of many people develop, because they don't know if they're right about something, that they prefer to have a comfortable truth that is not really a truth but their personal truth, then live in uncertainty. This problem arises because we never evolved to prioritize complex objective truth. There were much more important factors for our survival, such as conforming with our tribe and saving calories, which our brain uses a lot of. And we also cannot comprehend time well. And the processes that take a significant amount of time, like forming intuition, is definitely one of them. They don't feel attractive. They don't bring dopamine now or in the near future, so they are not attractive for us as paths. Therefore, we are all biologically pre-programmed to lie to ourselves, which means cling blindly to the most black and white, usually emotionally attractive, personal version of reality, be it positively or negatively simplified, so in the black or the white direction, in order to match our current coping mechanisms, our current structure. We prefer this rather than live in uncertainty for a prolonged period of time. Humans biologically hate uncertainty. The problem is that this lying to ourselves phase, even if temporary, involves us buying into alternative facts, so believing things that are not true, and it really messes up the data points we used for logic and intuition. So it messes us up intellectually everywhere. Certainty also gives us the signal that we need not develop anymore in this intellectual area. We deprioritize the intuition forming via the emotions that set the priorities for the brain. So if we believe in something that is false and we strongly believe in it, our development, intellectual, logical, and especially intuitive, is blocked. And this is a big danger of those boxes that say, I need to be right now. Because this isn't a box of fear, a kind of a result of your emotions, and not a useful intellectual mechanism. It takes some rewiring to overcome biological programming and feel fine without the conviction. And in this way, intuition then has the time to form in a clean environment without false data points. Most scientists are especially good at knowing how little they know and avoiding certainty, living with the idea that they are getting closer to the truth every day, but they still haven't got there because they are trained specifically at this. And the love and respect for actual truth is a flaw in itself and help us destroy the I need conviction to feel okay, very harmful box. Flows also help each other. So love, energy, responsibility, motivation, creativity, curiosity, meaning, they all help create the space for intuition to form by removing various boxes that are on the way. But there's one more critical component: speed and scale. The more you have lived through, the more helpful data points there will be for patterns to emerge. This is vastly underestimated by most people. Speed has a huge correlation with success. If you see the most successful businessmen in the world, almost all of them do everything very fast. They try a lot, and the main reason that they are successful is they do things fast, they have been through a lot, and deeper intuition is formed, which leads to better decisions in business and life.